of Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ. Facts you get about. Okay. The Virgin Mary was not a virgin. She was not a virgin. How's that possible? No, Mary Magdalene was actually, she was a temple prostitutes. Do you know that they had sex rituals back then, and that was the secret between her and Jesus? That's one of the secrets between her and Jesus, sex rituals that they had. The priest Bogomil of Bulgaria, the modern word bugger derives from Bogomil. Man is composed of three parts: a spirit which is divine and always remains in heaven, a soul which has been separated from its Holy Spirit by its evil will and following Satan, a body which is merely the work of Satan and to be rejected, the flesh which is mere corruption. Old Testament was the work of Satan. Church was the synagogue of Satan, and the altar the mouth of hell. Immoral popes were the lackeys of the devil. What? And the hidden tradition in Europe, 1994, by 1244, over 100,000 Cathars were slaughtered. 1208, first act of European genocide. Cathars, the first so-called witches. Mary Magdalene founded an underground church. Did you know that? She had an underground church, and it was the churches that had Mary killed because she was a very powerful woman, and they didn't want that, so they had her murdered. Holy blood is royal blood, is sacred bloodline of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. The feast day for Mary Magdalene is July 22nd. She had her own Magdalene cult. Jesus had female disciples. Jesus appeared first to Mary. Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary, the Virgin, is the mother of Jesus and James, the younger of Joseph and Salome. The divine lover is spirit without body. The physical lover is body without spirit. The spiritual lover possesses spirit and body. Mary Magdalene, Mary of Bethany, Lazarus' sister, sinful woman, underworld gatekeepers of pagan world. And they also had temple prostitutes, Judic law in the Holy Land. In order to gain the greatest benefit from God's forgiveness, one should, as much as possible, first, faith in Jesus, saved by Mary Magdalene. Lazarus is John. Mary M. was dressed up as John at the Last Supper. Sarah was Magdalene's black servant girl. Sarah the Egyptian. Jesus had a twin brother named James. Everyone who is filled with the Spirit of light may have an equal chance of speaking. Simon Peter hated Mary Magdalene, and Simon Peter was deemed hot-tempered and a bully. I think that's all I wrote down so far. Almost got that whole book read. So there's some of the information. Anyways, I'm going back. I forgot my book down here at Mike's house, so I rushed down here to get it because I got passwords and everything written in the book. And information about the chakra, like the third eye, the crown, and about gatekeepers and stuff like that. Do you know what a gatekeeper is? Because Melky Woodland did not know what a gatekeeper was. He was like, you shouldn't be using that. You shouldn't be saying that. You're that. Well, Melky took it the wrong way. Because I know that they had a club called the Gatekeepers. But I wasn't. Hey, Sassy. Hey, Sass. Hey, Sass. Hey, guys. Hey, music business Marty. How are you, brother? You should mod Marty. There. Music business Marty is a mod in my room now. I'm doing good. There was I was crying though, so I probably got makeup all over my face. There was a girl at the shelter that took a seizure, and I never seen anybody take a seizure before, and I was in shock, and I cried. Scotty McKinnon, glad to see you're doing better. Hi, hun. Hi, Scotty. Mod JT. Is JT in the room? I'm looking. Hey, Sassy. Hi, Slime Diver. Hi, Rahu. I think that's how you say it, Rahu. Do you know Darcy tried to stop me from having my YouTube channel? See, they're jealous of me. All the ones that troll me and pick at me and say horrible things to me on here, they're all people that are around here in my community, like Ashley Quinn. I will say your last name because she is a part of the losers club that they made on me. But yeah, that's what it is. They're all jealous of me, and they don't want me to have my own YouTube channel. What? Yeah. That's what it is. And like probably Marley. Me and my cousin Brandy, though, we made up. We made up, and I felt really, really bad that I snapped, and I beat her with a soup can. Not a cheese grater, a soup can. And I felt really bad because I looked up to her, and she was good to me. But it all started over Darcy. I went Mackham Mauler. Okay. That happens sometimes. A soup can, yeah, Campbell soup can. It was a vegetable can of soup. But I seen her the other night and I apologized to her. And I did feel bad, and that's why I cried afterwards. That's why there's a video of me on here, and I'm upset and I'm crying. I think that's why Darcy took my pocket knife from me too, because I got a brain injury and I will defend myself the best way I know how. Lights are still off up at Timmy's place. Don't let the haters get you down. No, they're not. They're not getting me down. I got them all figured out now. I got one of them fake wig hairs in my mouth. Gross. Have you heard from Tink lately? No, I have not heard from Tinkerbell. I wonder if he's still trying to look like me. Do you know who Tink is? Tinkerbell? He helped me get out of jail that time, Melky. I beat him with the cheese grater in the face and hit him right there. Tink helped me with an address to get out of jail. Yeah, because Melky was another one that liked to play the victim. Meanwhile, he was abusing me financially, physically, mentally. I do have one. There you go. Yeah, Melky is such a goof. I know he is. He is a goof. Level 2 child offender. What? His real name's Leslie. Sean Warner? Might be Sean Duffy? Not sure. I've heard of him before. Always the victim, Melky. Yep, he was always the victim and calling the cops on a woman. Same with like the situation that I'm in right now. Again, always playing the victim and calling the cops on a woman. That ain't no man. He's a diddler. Also, Melky talks about Scotty being a pedophile. Melky's a level 2 child offender. And actually, Melky is my mother's brother-in-law. because his ex-wife is my mother's half-sister. They have the same father, John McKinnon. Who did Melky prey on? I was the first level when I was little. And I don't know who the second level 2 child he hurt, but I was the first one. That's the holy blood. I remember right back to being a 1-year-old baby. Yeah, what the fuck? Melky knew who I was when he catfished me online in 2019. And I didn't know who he was at the time because I was hit by a motorcycle. Buddy did a 180 or 160, whatever it is. It was all set up, but I was in a coma for 3 months, and I had to learn to walk and talk and learn who my parents were and family and friends were all over again. And I forgot a lot of my past, but it's all coming back. It all started coming back to me when I came back from Cape Breton. Was Melky the one who did those bad things to your baby dear? No. It was a guy from River Hibbert. They call him Cuban, but that's not his real name. It was satanic ritual sexual abuse, whatever. And Victor did bad things to me. But I only remember bits and pieces. But they sacrificed the deer, and I lived, and Rose lived. That makes me a deer woman. I become vengeful and murderous towards a man who hurts a woman or a child. But I give love when a man respects a woman and child. Yeah, my dad was always away working on the CN, so my dad quit his job in 1991 and became a president of a Royal Canadian Legion so he could keep an eye on me and protect me. The deer is in heaven. Yes, it is. It was just a little baby deer. It's to do with veterans. The Royal Canadian Legion sponsors veterans. And like my dad was a singer, my dad used to put benefits on for sick people that needed money raised for their families and for medical costs and stuff like that. And they like played like the machines, gambling machines at the Legion too. And they had like bingo every Sunday. And they played cards there. I highly regard it. Your dad was a good man. My dad is a good man. Yes, my dad is. He was my rock. Anyways, now that I got my book, I'm gonna try to get by here. I'm gonna go out and check on him because the lights ain't even on. They haven't been on all day, so I don't think he got out of bed at all today. So I'm gonna go check on him. And Rick Simpson. Rick Simpson's a good man too. My dad lost his job as the president and at the Legion because he stood up for the hemp oil that is curing cancer and other illnesses. He lost his job over that because he stood up for something right. Because they hid this medicine from the people that Jesus Christ used to cure the masses in the ointment oils. That's what he used, hemp. But there's different names that they use in the Bible for hemp. But yeah, that's why my dad lost his job. Because he stood up for something right. And I've been attacked because I went to court and stood up for it also. They attacked my family, the corrupt CPS workers who are related to the men that hurt me when I was little and hurt my children. They attacked me. They harassed me for 17 years, actually, because when I went down to that shelter in Truro, those workers work at that shelter now. How ironic. I heard Melky is gay also. Yes, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Definitely is gay. Remember you guys when he kept my vibrator? Remember that? He's a weirdo for sure. Mike, do you got cigarettes? I can leave you one, couple. What did he do? He stole my vibrator. So when I got out of jail, I went over there and I gave him the vibrator. That's how I know he's a little funny. He failed the test. Is Melky? I think Melky and Tank. I think Melky and Tank are boyfriend and tranny. And remember that D girl? Remember that D girl? That's a good test, sharp move. Yes. Yes, D. Yes. Yep. I made her cry at Tinkerbell's house when I was over there because she was in the bedroom hugging Dan. And I said, "Hey, D, what's up, bitch?" And I ended up making her cry at the end of it because she was like trying to be my friend and grabbing my shirt like that. And I was telling her, "Don't touch me. I'm telling you, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me." And then I hit her with some things that I knew about Melky, about how aggressive he is and how much of a pig he is. And she broke down and started crying because I told her, "I know you weren't over there just going on the show." I said, "I know more happened." And she broke down and started crying. So then I felt bad for her. And then we had a threesome. And that's how I know, because it didn't even take me an hour to get that bitch in bed. That's how I know her and Melky were screwing around with each other. That's probably, remember I had caught the clap from Melky? Probably because he was screwing around with everybody. That's how that happens when you have multiple sex partners. It causes bacteria, which causes chlamydia. Melky is a fake biker. Yes, he is. He is a fake biker. A poser. Yes. I remember I got a call when I was over at my cousin Chrissy's house, and somebody called me from out west on her phone. And all of a sudden on my phone, Melky started calling. And buddy on the phone, my cousin Chrissy's phone from out west, he's like, "I'll tell you what to say to him." And I was like, "Okay." So I put it on speakerphone, and I said, he told me to ask Melky who was the three guys that showed up at his house. And Melky said, "Oh, it's just some brothers. They showed up to have a sit down." And buddy on the other phone goes, "They didn't show up to have a sit down. They showed up to take his black and white colors from him. Salty dicks colors." So then he said, asked him what they said to Bria, who was in his bedroom tied up with chimney straps, the same chimney straps he sent a picture to me and wanting me to go over to his house so he could tie me up with chimney straps. But Bria came out of the bedroom, I guess, shooting her mouth off at the people, and they told her she better shut her fucking mouth if she knows what's good for her. And then when buddy from out west told me that I needed to leave Cape Breton, and so I did. I left the very next day. And when I left Cape Breton, Melky got his window smashed out and his house lit on fire. So he was messing around with Bria. Yes, I think that's why that girl had a lot of problems. That's why a lot of addicts are addicts. That's why there's people that self-harm. That's why people become drug addicts, because they have had a terrible past and something traumatic going on in their life when they were young. Addicts don't just become as addicts because they want to be a drug addict. There's reasons behind it. And I think that's what was wrong with Bria. Because I have talked to Bria, and Bria had told me about her daddy, Melky, had raped her 15-year-old friend, and her friend killed herself. I have no respect for Melky. I have none. I have no respect for Darcy either. You should write a book about your time with Melky. I'm just going to say that he says I was a nightmare. No. He was a nightmare. I knew he wasn't a biker. When I seen the size of his dog, when I seen the size of Guest, and when I first walked in his house, I knew he was full of shit. And then that's when he, 20 minutes later, brought me in the bedroom and grabbed me by my chin, which I have a picture of him grabbing my face. And that's when he threatened that if I hurt him, if I fucked him over, if I left him, that he was going to put me in a crab trap. And the crabs was going to eat my body. And then the eels was going to suck my bones away. And I'd be on the missing persons case forever. And then 5 hours of him with his little tic-tac and ripping my hair out. And then he went online and made a joke about ripping my hair out. Yeah, I have no respect for that piece of shit. This is true for sure. He used to work on the boat, so that's why he said it. Yes, I bet you that's where a lot of prostitutes went. You like the drinking beer? I like very big. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I haven't drank since I beat him in the face with a cheese grater. I have not touched alcohol since 2020, February 21st or 22nd. I don't dare touch alcohol because I'm mixed. The native, the Irish, the Scottish, the Italian, that all comes out. The Aussie, all comes out. The only reason, like, I was never alcoholic before. The only reason why I drank 40 ounces of Fireball in Cape Breton was because I had to drink to feel safe and to feel numb. Because I thought, holy shit, this guy is psychopath and he's really going to hurt me. And so that's why I drank 40 ounces of Fireball within 20 minutes, straight out the bottle. I tried to show you guys this earlier. If I can set the phone up and not fall. This is what I bought today. I like wearing stuff like that. I buy all my clothes, and then I got people like Ashley and all them coming into Timmy's place, and Darcy and Chad and Mark, and they all steal my freaking clothes. And Darcy offering Jenna $40 to kick my ass. But me and Jenna are friends now. Put it on. I'm not at my place right now. I will when I get up in my room that I spend 99% of my time alone in. I'll put it on because I got somebody coming over to hang out with me tonight. And no, it's not Darcy. Darcy only came there last night because I got my personal check yesterday, and that's the only reason why he come around, because he's a user and abuser. And he ain't getting shit from me because I'm done supporting. Who's that? I just not my, yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who it was. We didn't know who it was.
Did you think I was going to kick her ass again? Tell her I'm sorry. Jay,
What?
Tell her I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But I bet you she'll never kick me again.
Did you bite the other night? Did you bite the other?
Yeah, his girlfriend. It was funny because I was looking for Darcy one day, and I showed up here looking for Darcy, and he wasn't here. So I sat out in the hallway at the top of the steps, and I started crying. And this is when Chad was with Jay's baby mom. And she came out, and I was sitting at the top of the steps. She said she was going to kick me down the stairs. And she hauled off and kicked me in my arm, my shoulder. And then I jumped up. I showed her the Mac and shovel. And I had her. And then Chad came out, saved her, and pushed me. And then I went up the road, went back to Timmy's place. And I walked in Timmy's place, and there was Darcy sitting there with Quintessa. And I'm like whining, sucking to Darcy. And Quintessa's laughing at me. And I told her, "Are you fucking laughing at me, bitch? I dare you to laugh one more fucking time." And then I continued to say something to Darcy, and she started laughing again. So that was it. I kicked her ass, too. Right in front of Timmy's stove. So, 2 girls in 10 minutes. You film fighting for me? Jeff from Bambino's Pizzeria, back when he had where his first business was, the pizza place, I used to go to the Elm Tree, and I stopped going there because I knocked some dude out on the dance floor, and he split his head wide open, and that stopped me from going to the bars. But after the bar, we would always go over to Bambino's to hang out, and Jeff has cameras in his business, and he has me on video fighting. But he used to post them online, but the police made him take the videos down. But yeah, it's pretty hard to film a fight when I'm the one usually scrapping. And I don't play nice. $1,200 last month. Bria makes big time money on her OnlyFans. Yeah, I had an OnlyFans too, but I stopped. I stopped doing the Pornhub and the adult industry and stuff like that because I promised my friend in Ontario that I would stop. Where do you live now? I'm up in Amherst. I'm up in Amherst, a witchin town. The town's named after Lord Amherst. He was a murderer. He put smallpox in all the native peoples and kids' sleeping bags and gave them smallpox. And a lot of them died. But this town is named after him. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. This is the purse that Timmy gave me for Christmas as a Christmas gift. And I gave him $20. I only came back here to get my book. But I got to go because I'm already late for my date and I got to meet them and they're coming up to hang out with me in my bedroom. So I'm going to go, you guys. Love y'all. Peace out.